Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. I'm joined by my amazing husband,
Aisha Rosalie.
Aisha Rosalie, and I'm so an actor. And today we are discussing a video that you guys have been suggesting we do for a while. I've had a lot of inbox requests to do this video, and that's navigating Muzmatch. So for this episode, we're going to do navigating Muzmatch for boys. Wait, boys? Men. Should I say boys or men?
Definitely don't say boys.
Okay, fine. He's going to give some tips as a man who was on Muzmatch, who met me. And I'm going to give some tips as a woman who was on Muzmatch, who was looking for a man. So how did we meet?
Muzmatch.
There we go. That's your participation done. We met on Muzmatch.
Obviously, I want to marry a Muslim woman, and I thought, where can I find pious Muslim women online? Best thing I could see was Muzmatch.
What was the process like signing up to Muzmatch for you? Like, what did you have to do?
So I had to take a picture of myself as a verification.
Which is good because then it allows like people, you know that the picture that you see on there is the real person. It's not a catfish situation. That's why the verification process is really good, because any other app, it could be, you know, you don't trust the pictures you see because they could be using anyone's pictures. But the fact that you have to get your pictures verified to your ID is really, really good, alhamdulillah. And that made me trust the site a lot more, definitely. I think the main thing actually, I guess, is once you've had your picture accepted, once you're onto the site, you've got your profile, now what do you do? Let's discuss this together.
Right, okay.
Like, what do? Do you, when you're making your profile, how's the best way? Like, what kind of pictures should you use? What kind of descriptions?
Okay, yeah.
So let's start with pictures.
Yeah.
As people love pictures.
So with Muzmatch, yeah, pictures are important, but you do have the option to blur them. I know most guys don't really blur, but I know women do more, as far as I know. And yeah, so pictures obviously matter, because obviously the superficial thought of, oh, you know, why should I try so much with my pictures? I'm not looking for that kind of person. Regardless, you know, it's first impressions. Think of it as in you are meeting them in person. You want to dress nicely. You want to smell nice. You want to look nice. You know, it's you make an effort, and the other person can appreciate that. I mean, I guess you're always advertising like yourself as what you are looking for. So if you're looking for like that, then fair enough. If you're looking for a woman who's like successful in a materialistic sense, then fair enough, post like that, I guess. But if you're looking for a more down-to-earth woman who's like, you know, does 5 times the miles, then you got to think like that, you know.
I think you hit on something really important, and that's making sure your pictures align with what you're looking for. So if you're looking for someone with piety who really fully believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and is doing her faras, doing her prayers, doing all these things, then, you know, I'm assuming you guys are, as you're on my channel, and this is an Islamic channel, so I'm assuming this is what you guys are looking for. Then you want to attract someone like that. So you don't want to have these kind of, like you said, like materialistic, like showing off, I've got this car or I've got this watch. And I think just be wary about how you present yourself. A lot of, okay, I'll be honest, guys take really bad pictures. And you're really sort of putting yourself down, and if you just took a nicer picture, you could really open up your options.
Yeah, definitely. I think like with guys as well, like, you know, it's like there's a very independent sense of like, you know, I'm just gonna do this myself, it's something private. So
not getting help.
Not getting help, but if you get one of your mates like, hey dude, you know, I'm like dressed up a bit nicely here, it's a nice background, take a quick picture of me, you know, they're not gonna say no, you know, don't post anything shirtless.
Oh, yeah,
don't show off. Don't show off. Show what you're passionate about, I think. And I had like other pictures of like me like with a bit artistic-y kind of look, because like I'm in different places trying to give like an vibe that I want to travel and I want to go on adventures. You know, that's the kind of vibe I was trying to give out, honestly. So alhamdulillah, I met you and now we're traveling, so it worked.
Yeah, I think like showing what you're interested in is good. You can showcase what you're interested in, showcase some of your hobbies. And one thing I hate that guys do is don't take a picture like a selfie from down here. Like, I hate guys do it all the time.
Don't take selfies. Don't take. I recommend.
You can take a good selfie. I think
you're gonna pose.
My biggest recommendation when it comes to selfies and stuff, you're gonna pose in any picture, to be honest. It's not a natural thing.
I know, but a selfie, I don't know. Like,
the main thing about having the selfie is just showing like your personality. And I'd always advise, no matter what you feel about your smile, a lot of people hate smiling in pictures because they think they look bad. I'll always advise smile, because
At least one. Yeah.
a picture of you smiling.
Yeah, at least one smiling picture, I think.
I think just be honest about your pictures. A lot of guys and girls, they will sort of do pictures where they sort of try and hide parts of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like trying
oh my
to,
god.
like,
Can I say?
So if your pictures and your bio does not reflect who you are as a person, you're never going to be able to find anyone, because they're going to expect something else. And I personally will always recommend having like one kind of Islamic picture. I think you touched on this as well. Having one like Islamic picture, like whether you're in like a masjid, or whether you know, if you got the chance to go to Hajj or Umrah, you know, anything like that is always good. Then you can picture that guy like either reading Quran or in the masjid, and it makes your heart just swell so much more, because Allah makes you more attracted to people that are more pious. Okay, so bio is the most important thing, to be honest, because I know from experience there were some people that didn't have that nice for pictures, but their bio was super appealing, and I would talk to that person because I'd be curious, because they're like bio appealing in the sense that it aligned with what I was looking for. So like it aligns with my beliefs. You know, like beliefs that I had were mentioned inside the bio.
It works two ways. So guys, if you are looking for a genuine partner, read the bios. Don't just swipe for the pictures, because you might learn that, hang on, they're a smoker, or hang on, they've got kids. You know, if they're not into that, or you know, or hang on, she's been divorced. You know, or a lot, or even she's a bit too young for you. Read the bio. You know, read the details, because there are important. There's so many factors in place, and such as. And vice versa, girls do read bios, like you are right,
course,
yeah. So spend some time, reiterate it. I know I went through like maybe a couple of reiterations, you know, making sure it sounds good. Like talk about exactly, I think passions more than anything. So me, I talked about my traveling, I talked about countries I visited, I talked about the boxing match I was getting prepared for, I talked about loving gym, I talked about being an engineer and, you know, being a bit goofy, you know, just a lot of these different things, they do add up definitely a lot with getting the right bio and attracting the right person, because you got to understand, you're not trying to attract everyone. Obviously it's nice getting all those swipes to you and getting all those matches, but is it really worthwhile if that person is literally like not even the opposite, you know, just off the scale of what you're not looking for?
Always start with Islamic, because I think that's something that's very important. So always make a mention.
Like maybe like an ayah or a hadith, or like, you know.
No, just like, not like, you don't have to like quote the Quran in your bio, but I mean like just sort of mention like where you're at in your deen. Because it's good to know where people are at in their deen. You know, like let people know where you're at. Even if you're not at that place, I want to know where you want to be. So if you're like, okay, I'm struggling a little bit at the moment, but I'm really keen on being better in my deen, I'm really keen, it helps, because to know like if someone wants it or if someone doesn't really care. Because I always feel like a bit of humour is always enticing.
I was gonna say as well, be a bit creative, like write a poem, rose red, violets are blue, igloos are cold, how about you?
Valentine's Day is haram.
What?
Valentine's Day is haram.
What's Valentine's Day?
I don't know, because it's haram.
Exactly.
And anything you think is relevant, anything you would want to know. So, you know, if you have kids, be honest you've got kids. If you're divorced, be honest you've been divorced. I don't think a lot of women will care too much that you've been divorced. I mean, I wouldn't really mind. Maybe some women do, I don't know. But as long as you're honest, you're more likely to match someone if you're completely honest. I think one more thing I want to add is make sure you mention what you care about. I think that's important, because women love to see like kind, sort of caring men. So say like, I care about, if there's like a cause that you care about, that's a lot of people are gonna be attracted to that. Like, I care about this cause, or like a lot of people sometimes put in their bio, like, I care about traveling, seeing the world, I care about this, I care about helping animals, I care about these kind of things, you know. Like, write what you care about.
Don't just swipe everyone. There's no point. You're just being pointless, because you're gonna end up matching people you don't even like.
Yeah, it's silly. I don't know how people do that.
Guys, don't be afraid to match girls who have blurred their pictures. Honestly,
of course.
Probably they're most likely they're probably going to be more wifey kind of material, because they're not looking to just show their looks and looking for the, you know, they might actually
give them a chance.
Looking.
Definitely, I definitely recommend that. I think you'll find a lot of gems in that section of blurred pictures. I think, to be honest, it's better to target. So to actually, instead of messaging like 10 people a day, find someone whose profile you really like the look of, like the bio is good, it really fits with what you believe in, and take time to send them a decent message of a decent size, that includes things in their bio. Be more specific about your targets.
Yeah,
Don't spread yourself too thin. Be very specific and target very specific
on
people.
look through their pictures, read through their bio, and make sure your initial message to them is something along those lines, you know.
And I think conversations, obviously put the effort in.
Yeah.
Obviously, be yourself. Be real. Don't lie about things. Don't afraid to be humorous.
If you can make a girl laugh, and if you can feed her, you can wife her. Okay.
Make sure I would always recommend video chatting before you officially meet. If there's a wali, which inshallah there will be, I would, if things get serious, obviously approach the wali, do it the proper Islamic way, don't fall into haram, and inshallah everything will be good for you.
Inshallah, yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again very soon.